Hello and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actions brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I'm Dustin. We're looking at Roblox, and what a day for the bulls, right? Look at this. One of the things I love is if you look at this price action here, you can see the last 5 days in a row with that red lettering with the white background. That means that this price has been 3 standard deviations above its 23-day moving average. We've seen that the price has been consistently above its 5-day moving average since the middle of September and above its 23-day moving average since the end of September. We had the largest two volume days that we've seen in quite a while, especially today. 61 million shares traded, boys. Look at that. We are $7.39 above, I think, the 23-day moving average. We can see that we still have a price to rise here in the future price path. We've had that ever since the end of September, essentially consistently. The way that I look at this is I want to see two in a row for the change from the previous one to convince me that we have changed our general trend. You can see these price to falls there's only been one, never been two in a row. Look at the overall price performance. What's incredible to see, and this is one of the most inspiring things, is when you see that 3-month flip. So right now we're going to have the 3-month, the 1-month, the 15-day, the 5-day, and the 1-day that have all rotated from negative to positive in terms of a rolling return. That is very good to see. If we look at the long term, if we look at the signals here, for the short term, intermediate, and longer term, we have go longs, which is very positive. We can see we have bullishness in the short term, intermediate term, and I love to see volume spikes with conclusive bullishness and go long signals, especially when it's been short term more bullish recently, which again, this probably started, this is in the middle of September when we started to see a big breakout in the short term bullishness. Very, very positive. One of the things that's most convincing in terms of the way that this movie is going to play out is because you're seeing that you're just getting a rising bull now. Now, I do understand if we look at the chart, obviously there was a big drop off and we were kind of rebuilding from a base here in August and September, but it does look like we're starting to reclaim and there's an opportunity for this to continue to push higher. I don't know if there's some sort of catalyst. If there actually is in this situation where you have a market that is just essentially just starved for true growth or profitability, if this actually has a real catalyst that is somehow based on profitability, people will love it. Now, if you look at the overall trading signals, we can see that we have a big bull, we've got a small bull. I know this means nothing to you, but it does actually add to the bull case, in my opinion, based on the algorithms that I've written. Look at the bull Q3 here. That thing is very positive. Now, the thing that I want to highlight the most is the trade range, because this is interesting. This has a different look. This is the beginning of some sort of expansion of volatility, which I suspect will be at least believable up to like probably here, maybe to like the 49s, maybe where the previous high peak was in the range. The reason I say that is because I think, it's 48 is on the weekly. 48 is on the weekly, you can see. So it hasn't moved on the weekly range here for Roblox, but you would expect that you can get somewhere back up here in the price if this breakout continues. And if we roll back up here, what we're going to see most likely, and what I suspected, was that you're going to start to see volatility break back out. One of the things that's really interesting about this move, though, for Roblox is that normally you're going to get a very kind of like symmetric, with a lot of symmetry kind of a hill, where it's going to essentially have, essentially two sides to it. You don't normally see it start to fall and then rise again, but this may be one of the rare cases just because the price move, and look at the volume. The volume is so remarkably strong in this individual move in Roblox that you have to respect it. And when you look at the way that the candle moved, the gap, the whole thing, I just want to say that I'm really happy for anybody who was a bull. It's unfortunate if you were a bear in situation. It probably was like a bear trap or bear squeeze. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And before you go, subscribe to the New High newsletter. We send you 25 stocks to your inbox every single Sunday. Stocks between $5 and $20. Stocks breaking out to 1-year highs. Stocks breaking out to all-time highs. It is a great list to get your trading week started. I'll talk to you soon.